Now I have some ideas about manhood. Why is it that when a man smiles, it bothers people? And there's people who aren't bothered by it, but I'm talking to the people who think men shouldn't express themselves. Why is a man talking? Why is a man, when he talks and moves his hands, why does that bother you? And I'm not even saying I'm totally a man like that. I'm just saying why does it bother you? What's the expectation on manhood? What's the expectation? You know? Well, how come a man crying? Why does that bother you? Why? And I obviously personally don't believe in I cry when I want to, personally, but I'm just like, why? I just want to ask the world why. Why does it bother you when men express themselves? What does that do to you, seeing a man cry? Or seeing a man talk with his hands? Why does it offend you? I'll even go as far as why does it offend you when a man puts his hand on his hip? But why does it offend you when a man's always surrounded by women and he's not really a dog? Why does that offend people when a man, you know? And it's because men are to be stronger in certain ways. Men are to be stronger, and everyone understands that a man is to be looked at as strong. And when he's not perceived as strong, people look at him with disgust. The nicest women do that. The realest people do that. But the most understanding women, they will love you. That's why I need an understanding woman, not a nice one, an understanding, wise woman, and a woman who really maybe even had humble beginnings. Definitely, who had humble beginnings. Where someone starts does not define who they are. There's some women who are world class, like leaders and millionaires and bosses who had humble beginnings. So humble beginnings are beautiful. And yeah, I think we all need to have a clearer understanding. There's women who are loved, bro. I had women who loved me when I wasn't even anything. So you think I'm not gonna pursue women who will at least somewhat be willing to do that? Because I don't really, as a man, I don't expect my women to have to cater to me like that. Because as a man, I don't believe in that. But every now and then, if something happen, or if I lose something, and if I break down and cry ever, will she look at me crazy, or will she be there? Will she love me with an understanding love and know you're gonna get through it, or she's gonna pat me on the back and let me stay weak? And that's where men, our complicated nature really lies. Men and women need more different things. You know, men almost need someone to help them process their emotions. Women just want someone to love them and give them the love they really want. So we got to change the way we raise our men, because men aren't really always at our best in this society. I just want to share these ideas to spread a little awareness about manhood and men. There's a lot of men who've been played with their whole life. And, you don't play with a young boy his whole life. He'll grow up and beat on women. Men are dangerous beings. And I'm not saying that out of a place of I'm not saying that out of a place of, we're entitled to be dangerous and beat on you if you do us wrong. That's coming out of a place of understanding how life is going to work. That's why young boys, we got to get them working at a young age as possible, and also teach them about God at a young age as possible, and actually expose them to the best schools. We should have our kids going to schools where there's some structure. There's nothing wrong with structure. With structure, we also need humility, because people can get caught up in their own structure and their way of living, and they don't even value nobody no more. So, these are my ideas. I'm a growing man. I'm a developing man. Some of the quote-unquote strongest men, they just kept standing and kept living and kept learning. So that's all I'll say. Even the men a lot of women want, they just kept moving and kept working and kept standing and kept suffering, kept getting through dark times to eventually they got some resources. I think most people view a man's strength based off his resources, but I feel like as a man, if you could really be strong in your energy and your nature and your body language and your eye contact and your voice and speaking and being heard and valuing strength as you move and being stronger and being serious about your affairs and your business and wanting your life to be better, more sober-minded, Even me, I'm not a man who plays a whole lot like that. I don't play a whole lot. At times I have fun. At times I text my friends and we have fun texting and, I express myself. But I don't really play a whole lot. I don't party a whole lot. And all I'm getting at is a strong man. I think a strong man is someone who's just in sync with his morals and knows what he wants to do, or knows somewhat has an idea what direction he wants to go in, and actually is working towards learning how to pursue it better and be more of who he wants to be, really. I don't know if strength is really perceived as beating on somebody. There's a lot of ideas about masculinity which produces toxic masculinity. It's not really men who are doing it, it's society who's doing it to men. And by society, not just women and children, it's other men who own stuff. There's rich men who play, you know what I'm saying? There's many people behind these things to keep men down, to keep families down, to keep society down. But once a man opens his eyes to see what he truly is, he can't really be held down by anyone anymore. And even if he is, he knows he's not going to stay there. So these are just my ideas on manhood and perception and, love, We all should learn some love. If you got love, give it, for real. But before anything, though, heal if you know you need to heal. And keep doing what's real. And you should keep doing what's real every single day. And if you don't know what's real, get you some structure. Get you some structure. Start being better. Start pursuing a better path. Start being more efficient in the things you do believe in. Start being better in the things you do believe in. That's what I'll say. Start being better in the things you do believe in. And explore. Explore. And talk to people. And like I always say, talk and hold back a lot of emotion just to get some information. That's all I'll say. Information ain't everything, but it's better than not knowing. At least when people tell you something, you'll see what type of people they is. And you'll know, all right, I'm not going there no more. But it's just good to know your options in life by talking and holding back emotion. And learning how to pursue what you want. Or open your mind up to see what you want ain't even real. So,